Alright guys, Mastermind Tech here with another video. So today we're going to be looking at this here. This is my Game Boy Advance. I've always liked the Game Boy Advance ever since I was a kid, but nowadays the screen is very hard to see with lighting and stuff like that, as it was back in the day when we had the little worm attachment for the lighting for it. So I'm going to be doing an IPS mod to this so I will be able to see it, and it will make the screen a lot crisper. I'm also going to be doing a shell change to it, to one that is already pre-cut for the existing screen. It is going to be the same pink color, and then I'm also going to be doing a glass lens. It actually comes as part of the kit too, so it actually looks a lot better. So if you guys want to stick around for the rest of the video, and we'll take a look at me doing this mod. Alright guys, so this is going to be the Game Boy here. So I'm going to kind of do it before and after. So I'm going to turn it on right now. So this is what the screen looks like before. Viewing angles is not great, and it's really hard to see. Right now there's a very bright light that I'm shining onto it, so you can actually kind of see it. But yeah, usually without the light, it's very hard to see. If I turn the light off, it is like very difficult to see. I still have overhead lights, but it's very hard to see with the light almost off. There you go. It's very difficult to see. So yeah, this IPS mod is definitely going to be great for this. So I'm going to go ahead and turn this off, and I'm going to go ahead and start the disassembly. So I'm going to be pulling out the game first. I'm pulling out the batteries. In this Game Boy, they use tri-wing screws in order to take all these out. So there's two here, and then two here. It's also a small Phillips screwdriver here. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to start taking these off. I'm going to be using my trusty iFixit kit that I always like to use. It's really good. iFixit kits do come with tri-wing in them. One that I'm going to need. This one right here. So we go ahead and take out the screws. So it's going to be all 6 of those screws out. Now I'm going to be taking out the Phillips one that is in the middle here. Alright, that's going to be the middle Phillips one out as well. Now the back of this should just come off, just like that. Set that to the side. Alright, now we are inside the board here. So, since now I have this off, I'm actually going to take out the other one. So my kit came with this, and then it also came with the new shell, which is going to be this one here. It also came with some screwdrivers, just in case I needed a tri-wing, but I have my iFixit one, so I like that one better. So we're going to go ahead and open this up. So this is going to have the shell in it, along with new buttons it looks like, and I think a new sticker. And then this is going to be the screen. So open this up. Looks like this here is going to be the glass lens, which is going to make this like really, really cool. And then this here is going to be the actual screen, it looks like, with a couple of other things in it. I believe that's all that came in here. It is. Go ahead and set that to the side. I'm going to go ahead and open up this shell here. So I really like this pink. That's why I decided to keep this pink on it. That's cool. It does come with another Game Boy Advance sticker for the back of this. So you put it on there and make it look legit. The text looks a little different though. Yeah, the text is definitely different than the original one. Still interesting though. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and take the back off of this one. as you can see on this one, all of this has already been cut. Looks like they machined it so that we can fit the mod inside of this. Versus this one, I'm going to have to take this out, but you can see this one's not modded. So let's go ahead and remove this board. And then we're going to get it ready to be put into that shell. So on this, these boards have a few screws on them. To take them out. Alright, so now I'm going to be taking this out, so there's going to be one screw here. There's going to be one screw here. It's going to be both the screws. Now the board should come out. I do have to remove the old screen cable, which is going to be right here up on the top. There are going to be small like hooks that keep this in. Pull both of those out. Actually, I'm going to use some tweezers for this. So I'm going to push this out here. This is already pushed out. So I should be able to pull this screen cable out. There we go. Then I should just be able to remove this board straight from inside here. So this is going to be the board, which we're going to be putting back into the new shell. I don't really need anything from this one. I'm going to leave the screen in here just in case I ever need this for something in the future. Most likely I'm probably using the new rubbers and stuff like that, and this one was kept in good shape, so. But it comes with new buttons and switches. Yeah, and it's gray instead of this black one, so I'm probably going to use these new ones instead. So go ahead and I'll set that to the side. Okay. So now I'm going to take the front new shell and I'm going to be putting the new screen in. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to be opening this here, which will be the screen. So I want to make sure that I'm extra careful with this. Spacer. Looks like this is going to be some adhesive here. This is going to be one of the boards for the inside of it. So depending on what type of screen that I have, this is going to be the IPS screen itself. This looks like another spacer, and then so I guess this is for insulating the film to the metal surface. Oh, it says right there what it is. All right, and then these are going to be the cables that I'm going to have to solder to the actual board itself. So let me go ahead and stick them over here. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to turn on my soldering iron. Alright, so what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be taking this board here and we're going to be attaching this to it. So we're going to want to put it like this. Sadly, this doesn't actually have adhesive on it, like most of the other kits do, but I'm going to be doing this, and then we're going to be attaching the cable like this, just like that, for the screen there. And these here are going to be the pads that I'm going to be soldering to. So I'm going to wait for my soldering iron to heat up. I'm going to stick the screen down on this just to protect the back. Alright, so while we're waiting for the soldering iron to heat up so I can solder these cables down, this is actually going to be cushioning for the screen. So I do have to peel this off. Alright, so now I got that in, so I'm going to set that to the side and I'm going to be soldering these 3 cables down. Alright, so I'm going to be applying some solder to these points here. We're doing the bottom 3 points. We're not going to be doing the one that says ground. We're doing the one that says select and L and R. Some solder on the tip of the iron, and I'm going to. Okay, let's stick that back in there. That might burn, just so you know. Okay, so what I'm actually going to do, I'm going to actually remove this because it scares me to do it with that. I don't want to burn it. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to solder directly to the select and L and R ones here. So I'm going to take some solder, put it on the end of the iron, and I'm going to be putting it onto the pad. Ooh, I wanted to get away from me. I think I have the solder iron too hot. I don't know why. Right. I have tinned all three of those soldering points, and now I'm going to be soldering the wire to it. So I'm actually going to tin the end of the wire. I'm actually going to be soldering each one of these cables down. Do know I am not the best at soldering, but this is not that hard to do. Okay. Alright, so I do have all three of these solder joints soldered down. So all three cables are on there. Now it's going to be time that I need to solder it to the actual board. So I'm going to put this back on the back of the screen. Like this. Plug this part back in. Plug this part back in. Just like that. Then I'm going to be taking this, I'm going to put it into the shell. I'm going to peel this off. I'm going to use tweezers. Yeah, so go ahead and peel that off. So this kit, it actually comes with two spacers that look like they're just made out of pieces of plastic, which are going to be what I'm going to put inside of this. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to peel off this protective. Now, it looks like it's like plexiglass. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to peel this off. And these are for aligning this screen. Some of the newer screens actually come with 3D printed pieces of plastic. This one does not. This comes with these little plexiglass pieces. So the fatter one is going to go at the bottom. So it's going to go down here. Want to make sure that this is aligned down at the bottom of this. Just like that. And then this thin one is actually going to go down the left-hand side. So it's going to be down this side like that. Alright, now I'm going to be putting the screen in. So I'm going to be putting the screen in with it pushed up against both of those spacers that I just put in there. Well, actually, I should probably peel this off first. So I'm going to peel this off first, actually. And then I'm going to go ahead and stick the screen in. Alright, now that I got the screen in there, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put this board back in here. So I'm going to line it up against here. I'm going to plug this back in. I'm going to pull it up here so I can see. Alright, so now that that is in there, now I have to solder all of these points to the actual motherboard. So this is going to be the board here. So what I'm going to need to do is I'm going to need to flip it over, and I'm going to actually be soldering to a couple of the pads here on the back, where the L and R buttons are, and then where the select button is. So let me go ahead and get that prepared. So on this motherboard, I'm going to be soldering to this point here. That is going to be called TP2 for the select button. And L and R, I'm going to be soldering right directly to the back of their pads. It's going to be on this side, and it's going to be these pads right up here for L and R. So I'm going to be soldering to this one where it says SW2 for this one. And I'm going to be soldering to the pad right here on the left-hand side for the right stick. So let me go ahead and do that. So let me go ahead and actually, before I go to solder that, let me go ahead and, I forgot about this strip thing here. This is this insulating sheet that needs to go on the back of the screen. So let me go ahead and do that. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to clean the back of this, so I know that it'll stick. And I'm going to be sticking this insulating pad on the back of the screen. So I guess this is the pad. That's kind of weird, but okay. Go ahead and stick this to the back of the screen. Just like that. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and solder these points down. So let me go ahead and grab the board. So first point we're going to be doing is the TP2 down here for the select button. So let me go ahead and get my iron. Go ahead and tin the end of it. I'm going to put some down right here on the TP2. Okay, so I'm going to solder on there. Alright, so now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to tin the end of both of these, of all of these wires here. Okay, and then the one that says select, which is going to be this topmost one, I'm actually going to solder directly to that point that I just tinned right here, which is going to be that TP2 point. Okay, just like that. And then I'm going to be flipping this board around, and I'm going to be soldering the other 2 points, the L and the R. So the right one is going to be soldered over here on the right pad. I'm going to be soldering the right one, which is going to be this middle one here, to this point on this pad. And then the last one, which is going to be this left one, will be soldered to the left-hand side of this board. And that one's going to be soldered to this point right here. All right. Alright, now that the soldering is complete, I can put the board in there, and then I'm going to wrap this screen part around. So let me go ahead and, oh, you know what? I actually need to put the buttons in. So let me go ahead and stick the buttons in for this shell. And then now we can put the motherboard in. Also attach the LCD monitor, the LCD screen piece while we're here. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to turn this. I'm going to go ahead and push these cables out of the way, or at least that one. I'm going to try to push it in just like that, and I'm going to go ahead and clip the screen down. So just like that. And now I'm going to try to put this back together without everything trying to fall apart. So put one screw in to hold it together. So now what I'm doing is I'm going to test it to make sure that it works first. So I'm going to go ahead and grab my batteries. Go ahead and stick these in. Moment of truth. Oh snap. There it goes. Now let's test the brightness. You hold down the select button and you go right or you go left. So it looks like the brightness control is working. So we go ahead and shut it off. Go ahead, I'm going to stick back in my Pokemon Sapphire just to make sure that it is still reading. Let's go ahead and turn it on. And it looks like it is working. Go ahead and press some buttons, make sure that it does register then. And then that is going to be it. So now let me go ahead and finish the rest of this and we'll go to the outro. Alright, so now I got everything put back together. And now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put the sticker on the back here. And I'm also going to be putting the screen lens. So let me go ahead and clean this screen first. So I did have to retake it back apart. I actually forgot to put in this spacer. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do that. So now I should be able to put this spacer in there that I originally forgot, which will keep the screen away from the actual board. Should be able to put this all back together. So just like that. Now I'm going to clean the screen. I'm actually going to put the lens on right now while I have it torn apart. So let me go ahead and clean this. I'm going to put the glass lens on. Alright, so let me go ahead and peel all this stuff off of this screen lens. Try to make sure I don't touch it. Go ahead and blow that off. Blow the screen off again. Then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to stick this down right into this hole. Peel this part off. Cool. Alright, so that would be it finished there. So everything is back together. Still haven't put that sticker on. I'm probably going to do that. It's right there. Kind of like the the original one though, the one that came with the Game Boy. So I think I might actually melt both these off and actually put them onto this one so it looks more legit. Same thing with the back cover of it as well. The sticker here, probably gonna put on here. Yeah. So moment of truth. Let's go and turn this on. Oh dang! Look at that. Alright, and that is going to be it afterwards. You can see viewing angles is a lot better. We can actually see it with the light off. And also change the brightness by holding down select and pressing L and R. So it's going to be at full brightness. Looks like the internal battery has run dry on this cart, but still I'm able to play it. Alright guys, that's the end of my video. If you guys liked the video, please drop a like. If you guys have any suggestions for future videos, please leave them in the comment section below. And if you guys don't mind subscribing on your way out, that would be great. Alright guys, thanks for watching my video. Peace.